Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I hope you're enjoying what I'm showing you. If you are, please like and subscribe. What I'm going to do today, it's a new mold and it's for our main bathroom. It's this little tub, looks quite cute, and I'm going to use it as a soap holder because I really don't like the soap just being left on the bench. So we're going to use that as a soap holder. It comes with little feet. I don't know how much it takes. I'm assuming about 200, but apart from that, I'm going to do a couple of these butterflies. One of these little butterflies. I think this is a peony, and by the look of this, it may be a hole, just not sure. Looks like it might be a hole for a pendant, but we'll see. That's it. And if I have enough, I'll do a little resin dish for one of my grandkids. So I'm going to mix up 350 altogether, or 357, and I'm going to, I know this is a bit deep. Oh dear, oh dear. I know this is a bit deep, but it's not fat like the animals were. It's quite thin. And I have poured the smaller animals in the ultra clear. So I'm going to chance it. Call me stupid, but I'm going to chance it, and we're going to use the Platinum New Ultra Clear as the base, as the resin. So I will be putting in, what is it, 357, 107 of part B. 107 of part B. I'm just doing it over here. I should have mixed this up, and I might turn you off and come back to you. That's a little bit much. In fact, that's what I will do. I'll turn you off, I'll put you on pause. We're back. I've mixed up the resin. I've split it up into all the amounts that I'm hoping will be correct. So I'm going to start mixing these now. I'm using the Ocean White. Don't particularly like it. I think it is actually meant to do waves, which could be why it's not mixing properly, but I cannot get the lid off my other white. So we're using that. We're using the purple metallic art resin. I'll link all of these. The blue, this one is Brilliant Blue, and this is the laser paste. It's unmolding time, guys. Now, I had a lot of extras, so we'll start with those. I made some extra little butterflies out of these two glitters, and they came out beautifully. Yes, the glitter did sink, but they're butterflies I can use on the characters or my other work, or even on hair clips. So we got quite a few of those out of this little mold, and this little mold takes 1 drop of resin to fill that butterfly. Don't try and put any more. See there? No, that's okay. I was thinking I did overfill a couple of them last night and had to take out the extra because they're so small, they're too difficult to try and trim up, but they're really quite beautiful. I have 3 different sized butterflies now that I can use. So that's that mold. I'll link all these molds for you on at the end of the video. That's those. Then I had these. This is a new mold. So I had some of the golden, colourful golden. Put it in there. And then the same with the 2 glitters. I don't know what these are like. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, they might need a little bit of trimming up. I'll have just along that edge, I think. I'm not sure if that's the back of the bow or, oh, they're a bit soft still. It is still very cold here. Yeah. Again, the glitter sank. If you don't want glitter to sink like that, just put a drop or 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how much resin you've got, of the Elmer's clear glue. and it'll thicken it right up. I'll show you that one day. They're quite pretty. It's a nice little, again, it's a new mold. So I'll link that at the bottom. That's those. I'll put those over here. Other extras I did were the hair clips. This is all still quite soft, so I'm going to have to lay these flat. That was out of this fairy dust golden mica powder, which was an aurora powder. And when that's hardened up a little bit, I'm going to put those onto a gold backing, and then maybe put a couple of little flowers. Now that did have a little bit of glitter in it. That glitter, I'm not sure where that glitter came from. Doesn't look like it's in there. It may have been floating. Glitter floats everywhere. So I'll just put these over here to harden up, because they are bendy, bendy, bendy. And it has been long enough for these to cure, so it's obviously the weather that's keeping them slow. So that's there. I'll just put those off camera. The next extra, these. I love this little mold. You can make, these are picture frames, and you don't have to, oops, just hang on for a second. There you go. You don't have to make an acetate section for here because it's deep enough to provide the back. It's very intricate. I just marbled this with the extra from the bath, and I think that's really pretty. I'll put some Del Monte things on and colour it up with a bit of silver, highlight that. So, but I'll leave that to still rest. And this is another one. With these, you can use them for fridge magnets and put a photo of a family member, or you can use them as a proper photo frame with a little bookmark, with a little book stand thing. Oh, that's different. See, marbled the same way, but I put more of, yeah, the white. I like both of those. This is pretty. And see how it's picked up the pink, because this is so intricate, so tiny in there. It does sometimes leave the mica powder from the time before, but I don't mind that because it's just come out with little splotches of pink right around. And it looks like I meant to do it. Of course I did, didn't I? No, I didn't. One little bubble there. I'll just quickly file that down later, but I'll let that rest because it is still soft. And I will link these. Now, I'm hoping I can demold the bath. But before we do that, another extra was this. And these are all new. That's why I did them all yesterday, because they're all new molds to me. I have watched other people use them, but I wanted to see. Now, this is a bit thicker, so it's probably set. Oh, wow. Look at that. I'll highlight those and maybe put some little rhinestones in there, but that, you could leave that almost on its own. That is so pretty. So pretty. Needs a little bit of trimming. Still a bit soft there. But this, because it's thicker, is harder. Yes, like that. Now, these ones. Oh, this one. I think this is a peony, and it's meant to be for a pendant. But we'll see how it came out. It's got a very big hole for the pendant at the back. It would be a massive pendant. Could be a purse charm. Keychain, I suppose. But there's no bubbles. No bubbles anywhere. Tiny micro bubbles underneath where it couldn't get out. So I'll trim that up. That is really pretty. Maybe colour up the leaves here. That's really pretty. Another extra. There are lots of extras. Now I did all of this out of just under, what was it, 390 grams of resin. And let me see if I can actually get this going. There we go. Now please be careful when you're doing these. These are sharp, and yes, there are some micro bubbles there, but they should come off once I trim up that bottom. Now, I think this might be a bit soft, but let's see if I can get it off. Okay. Oh, that is pretty. That's very pretty. Just, even if it's just for a child's trinkets and things. That is such a cute little heart dish. Just fix that up there. I'll trim that up later and turn your mould straight back through. So I've got all those moulds to link. Now this one, I did this one and I did the white one. I can already see that the glitter has sunk on this. That's okay. It's a very soft mould, easy to demold. Wow. A little bit of overflow here and around here. Look at that. That's beautiful. That was done with this one, this chameleon glitter. It's beautiful. It's a matte mold, but that's okay. And because I didn't put any glue in it, it has got parts where it is see-through, so that makes it really interesting. I think this is here what Michelle in Glitz and Glitter was talking about. See how it's, if you fill it up, you've got all this to try and trim off here, this huge amount. So maybe I won't fill it so much next time. But you can see here the glitter's gone down because this is the top part here. You can see how it's transparent, it's clear. But next time I'll put some glue in and the glue will suspend the glitter. So that, I'll just put that there, and then this is the white one, or the golden, colourful golden, or whatever they call it. Oh, that's beautiful too. Look at that shine. Even though it's a matte mould, that has given it a shine. That's stunning. I love that colour. Again, I'll have to just trim it back here a little bit, not so much on that side, a little bit here. I like this mould. That is beautiful. So I'll put that there. Now, this one, excuse me, the feet. If you overfill these feet, they will not fit into the hole. So you've just got to take them to the top. And because they are small, they are still not set. But they do have that lovely glitter. So what I'm going to do is I won't put them on here. I don't want that marking on it. I'll just put it onto the baking paper and let them set properly. Flatten them out because otherwise they won't go in. Flatten that out. If I try and push those in here now, they'll just bend and break. Okay, so all of these molds I'll link. Now, will I dare do this? Let's have a look. Just loosen that. Very careful of that edge. Very sharp. Swing it round. Some of these molds are easy to get out and some are hard. Okay, so with this one, because it's a bit deep and it's thin, I'm going to spritz it. And whoosh it around, whoosh it. Just move it around. You can see how it's loosening it. Coming down here, it's much easier. See how it's breaking that airlock. And then, I haven't used this mold before, so I'm not sure how to demold it yet. Yeah, this could be interesting. Oh, there you go. Now, I think I'll pull this down this way. Got to get it out fairly fast because it's soft and it's changing the shape. Mounted. Put some gloves on. I'll be putting that on. Just don't want to leave fingerprints. Okay, just reshape that. Look at that, it's really marbled beautifully. Down here, streaking down, just little spots of the white. And then it has that lovely blue around the top because it sank, which is what I wanted with this one. I could have put some more of the blue in to really have it sitting along this edge, but I think that will be just fine. But it will need, before I put these in, not sure which way they go, that way, that way, that way. So they'll sit like that. Maybe I'll put the shiny bit to the outside, and when that's done I will glue them in so that they stay, and that takes up, if you push it right in, that takes it up to be flat here, so it should anyway. But I'll leave all of those. So I'm going to have to just stop now and give these another few hours to really cure up. But now they're out of the mold, it should be a little bit quicker. But I think that's going to be a good soap holder. Just use your soap, put it in there. So all in all, I will come back when I have put this together, or I'm about to put this together, when I've decorated these, when I've finished this. But it won't be just yet because they're too soft. So thanks guys, see you for the next part. Well, I'm back. Everything has finally hardened up. It it's taken 2 days with this cold. I actually had the air conditioning on in here last night. I'm warm for a while. So I'll show you how I finished these off. I just painted the silver or the chrome in the center of them, so they will be good to use in other projects. They were the little butterflies, and they came out of this mold, which I will link. So they're actually quite pretty. I suggest you be careful not to overfill it though, because they are tiny, and I did have to do a bit of trimming. So that's those. That was one extra. This was an extra, that beautiful double winged butterfly, and that one came out of this mold. Now you can't really see it in this mold, but I wouldn't fill it up as high because you do have to trim from here and here and here and here, and then make sure that there's no sharp pieces. So the next time, I might just do a bit more on that. The next time I won't take it up as high. I'll just experiment with that. But that is this glitter. No, not that one, this one. And yes, the glitter, as I said, did sink. That's okay. Next time I'll put a bit of glue in it. And I just finished it off with diamantes or rhinestones. This one I really love the color. So I thought it was just beautiful the way it was. So I left that. Now these can be keychains if you really want to put, you could put a hole here and make it a keychain, or you could just put a big magnet on the back and make it a magnet for your fridge or somewhere around the house if you want. It'll be a bit big for a pendant, a clutch, a purse thing. I think with the bashing around it might chip. Probably best as a magnet. This is an extra. I thought it was peony. It's actually, according to the mold, a hibiscus. I have no idea. I'm not a gardener. A flower is a flower to me. I painted the leaves, highlighted the petals, put a rhinestone in the middle, and because it came with the hole already in, I had these leatherette necklace things, and I put one in that, so that could now be a pendant, or it could go on your purse as a purse charm or a key ring. But my family said it looked pretty and it wasn't too big as a pendant, so that's an idea for that one. This came out beautifully with the way it swirled. I've still got to go through now. It's a bit hard. I have taken off some of the edging, but I want to go through a bit more because these edges with the points can be a little sharp and you don't want to cut anybody. But I love the way that the purple came out with this in the swirling. So I just highlighted the dots around, and I took a purple paint pen out of my set, which is listed in the everyday items I use. And I just highlighted a few spots here and there, not a whole lot, and put one big rhinestone there. I didn't overly rhinestone it. I didn't bling it up too much. That's that one. This one, again, same three colours. Same three colours. On the back it looks very similar. On the front it's quite different. So rhinestone, resin will do what it'll do. This one, I just wanted to pick out the corners and the little bits here. And then I just put 4 rhinestones, and I blinged up with the chrome marker the whole, the dots and the edges on that one. So there's a bit of a difference. I just felt this one had a lot going on its own. So that's those. The next little thing was this butterfly, and this butterfly was this mold, and I wanted to, and it was this glitter, the chameleon. It's not actually chameleon, it's holographic glitter apparently. When I was looking up the links last night, I realized it was holographic. I still have to do a little bit of trimming here, which I'll do off camera. And I just put a little diamante into each of the center of the flowers, and I touched the edge of the petals with the chrome. So that's that one. And again, whack a magnet on the back. It's a bit thick, I think, to try and get a ring through that for a pendant or a keychain. It's probably best as a magnet. This little one was another extra, and I just put the rhinestones all around that one, and that would be lovely as just to put your rings in on your table. If you wanted to give it as a little present to a grandchild or as a gift to a friend. I took off, they did have some micro bubbles here, but that's underneath. And what I might do actually is put some of these, now that you're there and watching, just so it doesn't scratch somebody's surface, I will put these. I've got these little rubber stoppers. I think I might just put one here, one here, and one here. Still keeps it balanced, but it stops it scratching. So that'll sit now like that. So that's that one. I nearly forgot that I wanted to put this together in front of you. I got so enthusiastic about putting things together last night, and then I remembered. So I've just been waiting for this to harden up, which it has now. What I did notice about this was that it doesn't quite reach the top of the bath. That means that this part here needs to be longer on the mold. I poured it exactly the way it was. I have taken the rough edges off here. I got my file and just ran it along like this because it's so small, just like that, and then wiped it so that the dust isn't there. The next thought I had was, how do I secure these in there? If I use the E6000, will it stick? So I thought what I would do is use my hot glue. So I've got that over here, and I'm going to turn that on, and I've chosen a silver glue stick. So hopefully when it goes in there, if it comes through it all, it'll sort of blend in with the silver that's going on there. So I'm going to turn that on. It can warm up because it's it's charging. So I'll turn that on. I'll move that out of the way. I'll put this here. I haven't used this before. I think that's how it goes. Maybe not. And let it heat up. While we're doing that, these are finally ready. Still, because they're thin, they take longer than if it was thick. So I need to just take off the rough edge here. And I think the easiest way to do that is just like that. So I'll quickly do that over here, because you don't want a child putting that into their hair and cutting their finger. Or you could get this, now that it is set a bit, and just run it along like that. That's also, we'll take off that rough edge. Yes, you are going to have the backing stuck to it, but that backing will not go right to the edge and you could still get cut. So it's most important to take that sharpness off. Once this heats up, I'll stick these in and we'll see how it looks. Ow. And that's something you've got to be really careful of. This is a surgical scalpel, so you've got to be really careful. You don't slice into your finger. And then in here, just go around like that, being very, very careful, just with the edge. A couple of times like that. Like that. Still a bit rough, so I'll have to come back. Right. Wipe it with a damp cloth. And then dry it with another one. Feel it, to make sure it's dry. Feel it to make sure that it's not sharp. That's good. I will do one of these to show you how I do it. I'll do these ones off camera, and we'll take photos at the end to show you what it looks like. So because this is very similar on both sides, be careful to put the correct side down on the attachment. It's going to go like that. Just go all the way around. And then just line this up, making sure that you don't put the curve. See how it's got a straight side and a curved side. Don't put the curved side down. It'll be glued the wrong way. Just got to line this up. Like that. And just set it aside for it to dry. Check on a regular basis that it hasn't slid. And when that's finished, I'll probably put a couple of decorations here. I'll decide what I'm going to do, but I'll take photos and show you those. So I'll do that afterwards. Now, with this one, let's see if this is dry, if it's hot enough yet. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Okay, let's go this way. It's on. Feels like it's warm. So coming up, let me just pull this up here. Ugh, sorry. There we go. So, oh, that's pretty. It's coming out silver. So let's have a look here. That back there. I'll work that out later. Put that down there. It's got its own stand. Now, this one, I'm just going to... Oh, you have to be very quick. That has already set. Wow. Okay, hang on. Hang about. All right. See, I'm not editing this out because I'm making mistakes or taking too long. I'm just going to pull that out. We'll do this together and we'll see together. But that is a very quick setting glue. All right, so that has to go that way. All right, it's got to go that way. Let's go again. It's got to go this way. So in we go. Okay. And this has got to go this way. anything that's a bit out of place, you just pull off. This one goes here, like that, and then here, like this. Voila. That was quick. That little bit can be just pulled off. Look, if I wanted to be fancy, oh, and look, because I chose the silver, it sort of fits in with the bottom. So that's good. Now, if you really wanted to be fancy, if this was not going to be used as a soap dish, you could bling it up and put diamantes around here. You could put all sorts of things. This is soap, so it's going to get messy. I just want to, I'm going to put a little bit more of this in here and just sort of flatten it. Like that. And I do have, and I should be using, these. I'll put that on here. These are the hot glue guns. I used to use a hot glue gun quite a lot when I was working, but I don't now, so I forget. And then just a little bit here. And push that down to fill that hole because I don't want the water seeping out. Then here. Like that, and then that, like that. All right, that's about the best that we're going to be able to do. There's a little hole there, I want to cover that so it doesn't fill with water. Just flatten that out there, and a little bit here. Like that, and that is the bathtub. That's cool. I think my daughter-in-law will be really happy with that. I'll turn this off before it drips everywhere. I got this from Temu. I will link that as well in today's video. I got this from Temu as well, which is a holder for the glue gun. I have no idea how to work it though, so I'll work on that one. Maybe it's meant for a different shape glue gun. So that's that done. And I will come back with photos of everything at the end. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming back. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.